Well, Pastor William Eaver says there is one God, and Dr. Darwin agrees. Only his God is an acronym for Gracious Oracle Darwin. We are about to see science versus religion. We are about to see the pastor versus the doctor. Leonardo Darwin, accompanied by little Joe, his bastard son. Not me being insulting, he's born out of wedlock. Makes him technically a bastard son. But Dr. Darwin has been enraged tonight. Earlier on, unexpectedly getting to third base with bulk in the opening of Rise Summer Sesh. We believe he spent the last 2 hours brushing his teeth and being sick, then brushing his teeth again.
Set for one fall, one submission, one knockout. To determine the winner, the wrestler to my right, he is the challenger, the Ascent champion, the pastor, William Eaver. And to my left, he is your reigning, defending Rise champion, Dr. Leonardo Darwin. When the bell rings, your official Leanne will take charge of this championship match.
So Leanne was coerced into officiating this match by Dr. Darwin. Don't know whether that move is going to benefit Dr. Darwin. I mean, why would you try and upset and embarrass the liaison manager / official for your match? We've seen what referees can do here at Rise. We just watched Cowboy John fight CJ Banks and El Ligero. Oh, and this is very, very awkward for everybody involved. Oh, Leanne should have worn gloves. Oh God! Somebody get her some wipes or something. Mind games straight off the bat between Dr. Darwin, Leanne, and the challenger, Pastor William Eaver. His congregation is gathered. Saturday is the sacred day, and the church is the Brudenell. Is this the night that the Lord returns again? We are underway. Dr. Darwin,
the gracious Oracle,
with a huge kick, and it could be over early. Crucifix powerbomb, going to end it almost immediately. Oh, and little Joe getting in there, getting Dr. Darwin out of the way. And now Dr. Darwin in there with Pastor William Eaver. The Rise title on the line once again. The last time we were here at Summer Sesh, it was the pastor who was the champion. Tonight, he is the challenger. And straight away, wrist lock, overpowering Dr. Leonardo Darwin. Headlock takedown, perfectly executed, and Darwin in a strong position as the champion, because if he gets disqualified, if he can upset Leanne enough to get disqualified, he retains the belt. There's always a method to Dr. Darwin's madness, but right now, talking of dominant positions, it's the pastor who is in control. Rolling over the top, Greco-Roman style. Reach out and touch faith. Two of Rise's biggest stars. Whether you want to like him or not, and you can tell that the majority of people in the arena, outside the arena, in the locker room, are not a fan of Dr. Darwin. But since the Rise Rumble back in January, he has been the Rise champion, and by hook or crook, he's kept that belt. Rolling through once again. Oh, and a slap to the face of the pastor. You do not slap a religious leader. And Pastor William Eaver, in the middle of his congregation, is calling out to his people. And he's about to ascend. Dive through the ropes, takes out Dr. Darwin. An incredible start for Dr. Leonardo Darwin. I should say not. Pastor William Eaver in charge from the get-go. Oh, the crowd, the Rise faithful. It is an untangible tag team partner. When the Rise faithful are behind you, when the believers are behind you, it is an energy surge that can bring the light. And Pastor William Eaver is dancing in the light of the Rise faithful right now. What an amazing way to wrap up Summer Sesh, to see Pastor William Eaver once again ascend after winning the Ascent tournament, beating the best that Rise has to offer. What a way to end the night, by ascending back to the top of Rise. On the hardest part of the ring, Dr. Darwin's back, connecting.
There are no countouts in Rise!
Very true words by Pastor William Eaver. Somebody asked him if he was going to get counted out. And now the pastor circling a non-believer. You won't be converting Dr. Darwin tonight, so you may just have to defeat him. Oh, but Darwin's got a chair. He's going to swing. Whoa! The power of the pastor compels you, Darwin! Oh, and Darwin! In the first fight of science versus religion, science took the cheap way out. Dr. Darwin slinking over to the corner and pushing Leanne out of the way. Dr. Darwin has rented an apartment in the head of our liaison manager Leanne, so much so he convinced her that refereeing this match was the best thing for business. We'll see whether or not that plan will backfire on Dr. Darwin right now. Perfect drop kick executed. Leanne making the count. A fair count by Leanne. See, the story truly is, it's the pastor versus Dr. Darwin. But Leanne, as the referee, is this intangible that we're going to be contending with throughout this match. We know Dr. Darwin is going to be attempt to be the creepiest man on the planet anytime he's within a Tinder mile of Leanne. Whether that plays into the layout of this match is yet to be seen. Right now it is all Darwin as he chokes Pastor William Eaver with his foot on that bottom rope. Leanne breaking the cover, and Darwin, here we go. Darwin getting in the face of Leanne, having to Take it steady. Come on now, focus on the match, Darwin. Darwin's still seething. His breath still stinks from earlier, where he got kissed on the face by Bulk's lips on 2 occasions, on 2 separate lips. You'll have to go back and watch that. I mean, you don't have to. I wouldn't recommend it, but it's there. Darwin charging the corner, and the Pasta gets out the way. Uppercut to the back of the head. And the Pasta is rolling. Those powerful, powerful uppercuts. Charging into the face of Dr. Darwin. Just steps out of the way of the crossbody. Pasta William Eaver going for his signature crossbody. Darwin saw it coming. Evolution theory suggesting that you don't do the same things over and over again. Darwin knew that was coming. He knew to step out of the way. Theory of evolution stuff right there, as Darwin now stomps on the foot of Pasta William Eaver. I think Pasta may have caught his leg on the way down. Not in a good way. You can't work with one wheel flat. Darwin now hooking up. Pasta William Eaver, snap suplex in the centre of the ring. Just 2. Dr. Darwin, adamant that should have been 3. But clearly underestimating the Pasta. It's going to take more than that to knock down the leader of the congregation. Dr. Darwin may not be able to kill the faith, but he's certainly going to kill the body of Pasta William Eaver. Looking for a huge Bronco Buster in the corner. This is just grim behaviour by Dr. Darwin. Darwin stalking the Pasta, looking to put a finishing touch, getting this over and done with, getting to the bar and buying himself a baby sham. Dr. Darwin with boxing jabs, taking down the Pasta. Nowhere near home yet. Pasta back up, just about back up, as Darwin and Leanne argue over the count. Definitely a 2. Darwin now is unloading his shoulder blocks, shoulder barges straight into the chest and the lower abdomen of Pasta William Eaver. Pasta looks out. Those punches may have rocked him. Instinct from Pasta William Eaver, and a running uppercut. And here they come, those roaring elbows. And the sermon continues. And Darwin sees it coming, swinging and a miss. Now the Pasta ascending to the heavens. Oh, but Darwin, knowing his way around the ring, just pushing that top rope. And now Pasta in an unenviable position on that top rope.
I think he needs to meet his dad.
Darwin mocking Pasta William Eaver, saying, I think he needs to meet his daddy. I think we know what this means. Going to take him up to the heavens for a suplex off the top rope. Superplex into the center of the ring. Huge game-changing move by Dr. Darwin. That could be it. And the Pasta powers out. The Rise faithful, almost hushed. Now trying to get back behind the Pasta. as Darwin just has his way with his religious counterpart. Where's Darwin going? Now Darwin ascending to heaven. All the way up top. Big elbow, misses! Darwin spent far too long jaw-jacking. And his elbow hit the canvas, and the pastor has risen again! The congregation's gathered for a sermon! Axe bomber! Make it 3! Uranagi slam coming up into a backbreaker! And William Eaver hooking up Fisherman's Buster! The believers believe again! And the pastor will rise! Is willing Dr. Darwin back to his feet? Could we see the clothesline from heaven? Swing and a miss! Darwin hits the buckles! And Darwin is buckled! And Dr. Darwin may be about to meet his maker! And the pastor will rise again! The second coming is here! We have a new... No! Darwin kicking out of the crucifix powerbomb! And Pastor William Eaver knows there's one thing left to do, and it's that clothesline from heaven. He is one religious lariat away from becoming the Rise champion once again, and Darwin is about to walk straight into heaven. No, super kick, and a spear takes down the pastor. Is that going to be? No, it's a 2 count. Darwin, had he not worked a little bit quicker, had he not evolved a little bit slower, would have been on his way to heaven courtesy of a lariat from Pastor Eaver. Both men now down, trying to get their bearings. This has been an incredible match for the richest prize in Rise Wrestling. The Rise Championship. It hangs in the balance. It's science, it's religion, it's Darwin and the pastor. And Darwin is itching to finish off William Eaver. Clothesline from heaven. And the pastor has... Wait a minute. Little Joe, the bastard, son of Dr. Darwin, just pulled Leanne out of the ring. That was it. William Eaver nailed the clothesline from heaven perfectly. Darwin is still out. We should have a new Rise champion. Unbelievable scenes. Little Joe saving his dad, Dr. Darwin, from losing the championship. Oh, and a rake in the eye by Darwin, who's somehow back to his feet looking for his sleeper. He's locked in the sleeper on Pastor William Eaver. Darwin gets charged back into the corner. Oh, and he's immediately back in there like a pit bull terrier, just refusing to let go, and now clamping the legs, turning it into a chokehold. He's got a chicken wing-like maneuver, locked tight on Pastor William Eaver, and the pastor is fading. The sunset is fading in the eyes of Pastor William Eaver. The second coming could be postponed if that hand drops one more time. If that, no! And Pastor William Eaver will rise. He will rise. And he's to his feet. Dr. Darwin slowing down momentum. Kick into the lower parts of the body. Rolling through and a double clothesline. Both men are down. The champion is down. The challenge is down. And the Rise Championship hangs in the balance. We can't have this match end in a double count out. Leanne being forced to issue that 10 count. If she gets to 10 and no one gets up, it's a draw. And that goes to Dr. Darwin. That makes Dr. Darwin the Rise champion still. Pastor William Eaver's got to find it deep down in his soul, deep down in his spirit, to pull himself back up and face his biggest adversary. Heavy, heavy punches thrown back and forth by Dr. Darwin and Pastor William Eaver. Neither man letting up. Bombs being dropped from Darwin and Pastor William Eaver. Back and forth we go. Neither man giving up a beat. Massive combo of elbows into a backbreaker. And just like that, Pastor William Eaver is back in control of this match. Kick out by Dr. Darwin at 2. Pastor William Eaver with a surprisingly arrogant cover late into this match. Had he hooked the leg, it might have been a different story. Looking up for another crucifix bomb. If he nails this one, that's got to be it. That's got to be it. Darwin fights through it. Spear by Darwin. The roll through. And a 2 count. Both men are pulling out all the stops. And nothing is resulting in a 3. Darwin going up top. We very rarely see Darwin go up top. You can tell he's reaching deep into that playbook. But crotched by Pastor William Eaver. He is in a bad position here. Crucifix powerbomb time could be. He's got him up. Drops him. And that is going to do it. Pastor William Eaver rises. Oh, this again. Little Joe again stopping the 3 count. And Leanne is furious, and rightly so. Why is Little Joe still out here? Twice now, Little Joe has cost Pastor William Eaver. This is a handicap match. What is it going to take for William Eaver to put Dr. Darwin away? You see the frustration on the face of the pastor, who's removed his wrist tape and is sizing up Dr. Darwin for maybe the deepest clothesline from heaven you have ever seen in the Brudenell here at Rise. Oh wait, no, he went for a crucifix and Darwin collapsed. Darwin's in a bad way. William Eaver went for that crucifix powerbomb and Darwin just collapsed. Still reeling from that earlier crucifix powerbomb. I don't think he was ready to take another, but he might be about to take a clothesline from heaven. Darwin getting up in the name of the Father, the Son, and the Holy Spirit. Oh! Leanne nearly receiving a clothesline from heaven. That would have been, oh, and a low blow by Dr. Darwin. Taking the moment, Leanne being out of place to go right below the belt. Oh, what's this? Oh, get off her. Get off her, you creep. Darwin just snaking his way around Leanne. Breath that just smells like regret and old polo. Oh my God! Darwin just speared Leanne! That's the most diabolical thing I've ever seen Dr. Darwin do! In the world! And a slap in the face, a crucifix powerbomb to Pastor William Eaver! Are you kidding me? Not like this! Oh my God! Utter contempt for the actions of Dr. Leonardo Darwin tonight, who got so desperate. No, come on, leave her alone. Leave her alone. You've done enough, you creep. You sick creep. You've done enough. Can we get someone out here? This is disgusting. Oh my God. Oh good God. Somebody get Leanne a tetanus jab immediately. Good grief. One of the most perverted performances I've ever seen in a Rise ring, perpetrated by that man who is still your Rise champion, Dr. Leonardo Darwin, and he's going straight out the back door, which is far too appropriate.